Hello, 6th grade trumpet players. So this is a video of me playing Atlantis. I'm playing first trumpet on this video. So if your music says up at the top left-hand corner, first cornet trumpet, you need to be looking at this video. If it says second, find the one that says second in its title, okay? So make sure you're looking at the right one. I'm gonna play from the beginning. I'm gonna stop when I get to 29 because obviously there's a big chunk of rest, and then I'll record the second half of the video later. The deal is here again, it's good to practice in chunks when we very first learn a song, okay? Looking at the beginning of this song, there's always a few things we need to check out. We need to check our key signature. If you notice, there are no flats or sharps at the beginning of any of these lines. However, there are a lot of flats written in, okay? For example, your very first B you have in the first line of music, okay? You'll see a B flat right there in that first line. The next line, but you literally start on a B flat. So remember, your B's in this song are, because of those flat signs, a lot of them are first finger, okay? You'll also notice, like in the second line of music, you have an A flat. Remember, we talked about this because we started working on this song before we got out of school. A flat is second and third. 2 measures later, you have an E flat. That is also second and third. So grab your handy dandy pencil and write a reminder so you remember to use your second and third finger, okay? Other than that, you have a few more E flats later on, like in measure 18, that measure has an E flat in it. You'll also notice if you go back from measure 29, 1, 2, 3 measures before 29, you'll notice there's an E flat in that measure also. So you've got a few of those. By the way, in that measure, 29, 28, 27, 26, measure 26, E flat, G, F, and there's an E, but it doesn't have a flat. $1 million question. If I had $1 million, I'd give it to you. Is that E still a flat, or is it a regular E now? Think about it. Hopefully you just said, oh, it's still a flat, Ms. Westfall, because flats don't last for one note. Flats last for an entire measure, right? I hope you thought that. If not, sadly, no $1 million. Sadly, I don't have $1 million, so I can't give it to you anyways. Anyways, here is Atlantis. I'm going to play the beginning until measure 29. I'm going to play this a little slower than the actual recordings have us play, just so we can get used to getting those fingers going. You guys had a lot of melody coming up. There's a couple spots when we get done with the video I'm going to play one more time because I want to make sure you get a chance to practice them with your fingers, okay? So here is the beginning. We're going to count to 7. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rest. 1 and 2, measure 12. Measure 20. Cool, so a couple of spots just to practice again with our fingers. I'm going to play the first measure of the third line. So go down 3 lines and play me that C, G, B, A, G, F, G. Guys, this is part of our F scale. B flat, A, G, F. That F scale we've been playing in band for quite a while. So your F scale, by the way, that's the E flat scale when we play it in big group band. But you've played that order of notes, so it's just making sure you feel comfortable with that with your fingers. So I'm going to play that measure 3 times just to practice that. Here is the first measure of the third line. Here we go. Same thing again. Ready? One more time. Cool. You have that measure if you go down 1 line and go three measures later, so measure 20, 21, 22, same exact measure again. A lot of repeated stuff in this song. The only other The only other two things I want to do is I want to play measure 12 because you use that measure a lot. By the way, measure 12 is measure 20. So play along with that one 3 times. Here's measure 12. Ready? And this is that show me the way, right? From down to the river. C, G, short, long, short. Remember those Fs are eighth notes. They are faster. They only get a half a beat. So it's 1, 2, 3, and. Okay, here it is again, the second time, measure 12. And here it is one last time. Ready, measure 12. Cool. The only other measure I'm going to play again is measure, let's see, 19, measure 18. G, B flat, A, G, F, E flat. Getting that E flat in there is weird. Your brain's going to want to go A, G, F, E, D because that's part of our B flat scale. Except they threw the E flat in there. It makes things awkward. So I'm going to play that measure a couple of times. So this is measure 19, measure 18, okay? Ready? Here we go. Same thing again. Ready? G, go. One more time. Ready? G. It's getting that second and third finger to get comfortable. We're just not used to that combination yet. Okay? So this is the first half of Atlantis. Hopefully you join me in the second half of Atlantis on the next video. So happy practicing, guys.